Wow. We rewound the clock. It's 2017 all over again. We're back into the homophobia wars on Xitter. We're going through the bake the cake, you fucking bigot era again. Oh, goodness gracious. So, like, for those of you who are not aware what's happening, you know, you got like these free business owners and entrepreneurs called artists. The way they feed their starving children is by going online and taking commissions from people. Like, what do you want me to draw? And the person goes, it's like, okay, I want you to draw me the feet of Sonic the Hedgehog. And then the artist goes like $200. And the evangelicals quake in fear and in terror, not knowing how they can share the earth with people like this. But still, an economic transactions happen. $200 are being paid. The government takes a cut. The government then gives money to the evangelical children so they can go to school. And all is good in the world until one of these artists doesn't want to draw. He's defective. What happened? Well, he doesn't want to draw homosexuals. And as we see here, hello Richie, I was reviewing the wait list and came across your Yami ship request. I truly apologize for the mistake of adding you before carefully reviewing it. Unfortunately, I won't be able to work on this piece as I don't draw queer couples. Please know it's absolutely nothing against your character or idea. I simply come from my personal religious belief, and I'm trying to stay faithful to that. I deeply apologize for not clarifying this earlier and for any inconvenience or disappointment this may cause. I'm sincerely grateful for your interest in Neko Mission, and I truly appreciate your understanding. Thank you so much again, and I'm really sorry for the oversight. So as you can imagine, a lot of people in the community have freaked the fuck out. Blue Sky, right, like Pedo Sky has heard about it. Now there's a lot of drama involved. And so who's to blame? Well, obviously the artist, right? Like, you need to understand that in 2025, you need to lie constantly, right? It doesn't matter if you're religious or not. Religious people come after you. You lie. You're religious. You lie. Okay? Like, what society appreciates, like the moral virtue of Western society, is acting as if you're good. It doesn't matter what you do, you know? Draw it, don't draw it, no one fucking cares. But you need to speak the speech. Right, like if you're an OnlyFans girl that is suddenly getting pushback from religious people. You say that you suddenly found Jesus and you want to ban pornography and the porn institution is so horrible and harmful. And then you'll see all the religious people go like, oh, that's interesting. Where's your Instagram? Where's your subscribe star? Like, you'll find the community. I'm not kidding. I'm seeing it on Twitter every single fucking day, right? Alternatively, if you're a religious person and you don't want to draw homosexuals, you lie. You say anything else. It's like, no, look, I'm really busy. My computer broke down. I don't think I can honor the commission, blah, 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 right? This is what, like, listen. This is not what your mother told you. I know. This is not what your priest told you. I also know that. But this is how society is like. Like, I'm sorry to say it, but, like, people who lie are rewarded constantly through actions, okay? No one appreciates a liar until they find one, and then they start rewarding him. And so, like, the correct solution is to constantly fake that you're being decent. Okay? Like, pretend you're a decent person, even though you're not. Now that we got this out of the way, and I already separated into people that will listen to me and will be successful, or to people that will moralize me and will end up being unsuccessful, let's talk about who's right in this situation. So, you have an artist that doesn't want to draw homosexuals, and other people that want to pressure him. So let's not even talk about the legality of the issue or anything like that. Let's talk about morality. If you have an artist that doesn't like to draw gore, it makes him feel squeamish. He just doesn't like to draw anything that has to do with violence. Does that mean that he would be against violent fiction? Like, does that mean that he would want The Walking Dead or Mortal Kombat to be banned? Not necessarily. It just means that he personally doesn't like seeing violence. Correct? Like, I think we can all agree with that, right? Like, if you have your mother who takes an interest into drawing and then starts selling commissions, and she draws flowers and shit. And someone comes like, I want you to draw me Sonic the Hedgehog that's decapitated, and there's like a lot of blood and gore coming out of his neck. And your mother says no, right? Like, does it mean that your mother wants Mortal Kombat banned? No. Like, is it moral to force her to draw something like that? Like, no, like as a human being, you know, like speaking as a person with empathy and compassion that the left seems to claim they have a monopoly on. Like, no, like forcing a person to do that is actually wrong. There's a study that a lot of people will hate me for showing it, and I may get in trouble because activists don't like being told that this is the case, but like, what can I do? I can only observe reality, and if it is what it is, then I have to talk about it, right? Even if it's politically incorrect. But the study shows that straight men's physiological stress response to seeing two men kissing is the same as seeing maggots. So basically, the way the experiment worked was that it showed a straight person various images, right? So like, he saw images of a burning house. He saw images of someone getting stabbed. He saw images of a beautiful mountain vista. He saw images of maggots. He saw images of a couple embracing themselves next to a beautiful water park. He saw two gay people kissing. And then what the scientists noticed is that the stress response for seeing the maggots and the stress response for seeing two gay men kissing was identical. Now, this isn't something logical, right? Like most straight people don't get like an education that tells them how to feel when they see two gay men kissing. Just like most people don't get an education or a society that teach them how to feel when they see maggots, right? Like, these aren't things that are being taught. These are visceral, emotional reactions. And so, like, if you're aware that this is happening, you know, like, just like a gay man is attracted to another man because he can't help it. Like, that's his attraction. And it's something that I can never relate with, because, like, nothing that I do would ever make me feel attracted to another gay person. And this is why I have understanding of the situation, right? And I don't want, like, gay people to stop being gay or anything like that. But I would expect, like, the same respect coming from their side to a person that's not gay, and at least try not to force them to spend more than 6 hours on a computer drawing something that they don't want to draw. Because, like, what you're doing is you're actively hurting the gay community, right? Like, if you're pressuring straight people to do something uncomfortable, because this is human nature, right? Like, if you pressure a human being to do something that he desperately wants to avoid, and you force him to do that, first of all, like, other people have empathy, and they will look at that person. It's like, okay, he's being forced. Why is he being forced? And then they will ask the question, like, wait, would they force me as well? And then the next question is like, well, who are these people? How many of them are they? You know, what power do they hold in society? Should they hold this power? And this is literally why the backlash that is happening now from the MAGA to the LGBT community. Because the LGBT community managed to get a huge level of approval that I don't think they ever got in human history in the past years. And their activists are now pissing on that because they try to force, like, these things that they know straight people feel uncomfortable, and they, like, try to force them everywhere. Oh, you need to have the correct pronouns. Oh, you need to allow a man to use the women's bathroom if the man claims that they're a woman. Oh, yeah, like, every Walt Disney should have, like, gay men kissing and shit. It's like, look, how would you like it if someone forced a gay person to draw vaginas? Like, I generally don't know if the same visceral reaction is there. I don't know, like, the way a gay person feels when they see a man and a woman kissing. I generally don't know. And the thing is, like, it may not be identical, right? Like, a straight man seeing two gay men kissing may be completely different than how a gay man sees a man and a woman kissing. And I know this because, well, when I see, for instance, two men kissing, I get a different reaction than when I see two women kissing. And I get a different reaction when I see, like, two 85-year-olds kissing. You know? Like, it's not something that I control. It's not logical. It's not reasonable. But it is emotional. And probably it has, like, things to do with evolution. I don't fucking know. But what I do know is that if someone feels uncomfortable and you can avoid easily making, choose not to make him uncomfortable. If you're going to constantly like force people and try to make them position themselves in uncomfortable situations, eventually, if you're unreasonable, you're gonna get back a backlash, right? And so, like, when it comes to this situation with the artist, yeah, sure, you know, like, I understand the artist has the right to refuse commissions. People that are part of the LGBT community also have the right to avoid him, but I think, like, trying to get him canceled is a little bit too much. Right? Like, trying to get his business shut down, trying to destroy or ruin him. I think, like, that's over the pale. I do think it's okay, yes, for, like, LGBT people to say, yeah, don't do business with this artist because he doesn't want to do business with us. Like, that's reasonable. And not to mention, like, there are so many artists. Like, really? Like, is this like, the only guy that can draw whatever the fuck you want? I don't even know who the ship is and who the people are. I mean, if I was to go to my favorite artist, and as I mentioned before, I'm asking him to draw gore, and he says no, right? I don't feel discriminated. What if I go to a gay man that's an artist? You know, let's say he draws really well, and I want him to draw me a succubus with big tits, and he goes like, sorry, no, I don't draw women. Does that mean that he hates women? Does that mean like, no, of course not. It just means that he feels uncomfortable drawing them, so like, why would I insist? Unless I want to be a cheeky little shit and start some drama. Anyway, right, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.